Yo, 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 what is up? MCIK back in the hood. Woo, woo, woo. Yo, 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 what's up, sexy felines? My name is MCIK or CJ, and welcome all of you beautiful, sexy people back to another video. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's video. Today we are back with story time. This is the third story time that I have done, and I'm very excited to share another amazing, spectacular story with you. And don't worry, I know if you came here for a rape story, you can go f off. You can go click off the video and go f yourself in the closet. Okay, all seriousness. All right, so today I'm gonna be giving you guys a little story that happened to me a very long time ago, and it's a very traumatic story. And trust me, it's not rape. I know I'm describing it to sound like rape. That's a joke. That's a little gag. Okay. Anyway, yeah, it's not rape, but it did happen a very long time ago when I was really young. So without further ado, get some popcorn, get relaxed, put your feet up, put the recliner back, do whatever you gotta do, get some lube, and get masturbating. Alright, ready? So, let's do this. Storytime part 3. Today's topic, tornado. Or actually, no, today's topic, Groundhog Day. Yeah, that's a good one. Today's topic, Cole gets shat on by a tornado. That's one of the three is going to be in the thumbnail and or title of the video. Okay, you know what? Let's just continue on. Alright, guys. So I'm going to take you guys back, holy shit, I'd say about 8 years ago, maybe even longer now that I'm thinking about this. I think it happened about 10 years ago. Anyway, so 10 years ago, I was living happily. Little old Cole was living happily, playing Minecraft and enjoying life. You know, I probably wasn't even playing Minecraft back then. That's such a long time ago. Anyway, he was doing whatever the fuck he was doing, whatever it may be. Probably he probably wasn't even jacking off. He probably didn't have his balls dropped yet. Basically, he was living life at the fullest and just enjoying it, enjoying himself. Until one very weird night happened. The way this starts is very weird. The night before this actually happened, it was very odd. You guys ever... You know tornado weather, whenever it's very warm, well, actually it's more of a coolish, and then with a warm breeze. And if there's a lot of clouds, that's definitely tornado weather. So if you guys are ever in an area with that, I'd get the f out. Anyway, so my mom and I were out doing errands the night. It was like 12 o'clock. It was late. And, I don't know. Just that day didn't feel right. And... should have went with my gut feeling and moved to a whole another damn state. Anyway, I'm getting really dumb and goofy, but I'm going to get more serious because this is a thing that actually happened to me, and it's very traumatic, and it actually happened, and it was very shocking for me when I was that young. Anyway, so we get back home. Everything seems to be pretty normal, and yeah, everything was pretty chill. We went to bed. I ate some food, ate dinner. We watched some TV or whatever the hell we did. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago. And we pretty much went on with life. And when we went to bed, little did I know, that was the last time I would see my house as a whole. I'd say 1 o'clock in the morning, the little old Cole is sleeping his hell away, just snoring away and enjoying his beauty sleep. And it was about that time when, I don't know what happened, honestly, guys. I really, to this day, I don't know why this happened. But I woke up in the middle of the night, like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, something around there. And no, it's not the middle of the night, but I woke up around then. And for some reason, Cole really had to get a goddamn glass of water. He was parched as shit. I don't know why. I was really thirsty, and I wanted to get some water, and I think I even took a piss, too. So I went down the hall for my bedroom. Keep in mind, my brothers were living with me in that room. 3 of them, I think 2 of them were. I was in the bunk bed, and I was sleeping on the bunk bed on the top part of it, and my brother was sleeping on the bottom part of it with the other brother. Yes, it's not homosexual, just brotherly love. Don't leave a comment. So I was in the top bunk. I got out of my top bunk to go grab some water. So I walked down the hallway. Everything was really quiet and normal and kind of odd. It just didn't feel right. Anyway, I got my water from the bathroom. I was drinking it on the way back, and I put it down somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Anyway, that's irrelevant. And I started walking back to, my bedroom. As I was walking back, I sort of just, it was right between the hallway and my bedroom. And I didn't quite I started kind of going into my room a little bit. And for some reason, I just stopped in my tracks. To this day, I don't know why. And this was, as a kid, this was terrifying for me. Okay. For some reason, I stopped in my tracks before I went back all the way in the room, and I looked to the left, slightly to the left, and that was where my window was that leads to the outside. I started hearing this wind. It started picking up louder and louder and louder, and I was just kind of I was just frozen there. I didn't know what to do, but I just kept looking out the left window, and I heard this noise, and my bones were just shaking, and I was just looking out the side of the window, and in a split second, in a blink of an eye, that window shattered. Glass, dust, everything flying in that window. And thankfully, there was a closet directly behind me with tons of clothes hanging up. But that wind was so strong, there was shards of glass flying everywhere in that window. Just everything was quiet. And then, bam. Instantly, it just, I can never forget that. Even how young I was, I will never forget that. And yeah, so the glass broke in, everything was flying, there was wind everywhere, and it was glass, and just, oh my god, it was a mess. And that's when the tornado hit our house. And at first, it didn't seem that bad, and surprisingly, I didn't have any scratches. I had maybe a scratch on my face, but that's incredible. That's a miracle. I didn't lose an eye or anything because I was looking at the glass as it broke in. Yeah, it was terrifying. So I went into the closet right behind me instantly because the wind kind of blew me into the closet, but thankfully that was there. If it wasn't, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys today. All right, so anyway, I was in the closet. My brothers were all in the bottom of the bunk bed, and they heard that, so they woke up, and my dad came to get us in the bedroom, and here's where the scary part comes in. All right, so I told you earlier about the bunk bed because it would come into play here later on. So, I have a very big tree, or I had a very big tree in the front of my yard in my old house, and it was a huge oak tree. And this oak tree was sitting sort of right in front of our room. So, the way the tornado came in, it was coming in sort of on an angle, and it picked up the entire oak tree, the one that was embedded deep into the fucking ground. And it picked it up, and it set it right and crushed in right into our room. And guess where the whole trunk was laying? Yes, it was laying right where I was sleeping. Right there on the top of the bunk bed. The brothers below were safe. They didn't die because they were underneath the bunk bed. But the people, if anyone was on top of the bunk bed, in this case would have been me, they would have been smushed and killed. And that's what's very incredible and remarkable about this, is that I woke up in the middle of the night, and that, for some reason, that thirst or that quench for water saved my life. And I never thought about that until a couple years later after this event happened, and I really started to think about it. So it's very traumatic for me that this actually happened. But anyway, continuing with the story, there wasn't much else after that. The tornado started to pass through. The house was just demolished. Our roof was gone, and I'm surprised we didn't get swept up. We went into the living room, where the only part of the house where the roof wasn't gone is in the living room. So we all hid there behind the couch, waited for it to pass. And it finally got quieter and quieter, but it was still really loud. And finally it just started raining really hard, and yeah, in a split second it was pretty much over. But the devastation it caused in the house and around everything, oh my god. And yeah, so anyway, we called up some people, some friends, our grandparents, and they came there as fast as they could. And the last thing that freaks me out and haunts me to this day, I don't know if you guys know this, but I lived in this house for basically my entire life. And as we got into our friend's truck, because they were going to let us stay the night at their house while my dad and my mom work the stuff out for this and figure out what's going to happen and what's going on. They said to stay at our friend's house for the night, and as we were going away in their truck, everything was pitch dark. Keep in mind, everything was pitch dark. As I was walking away, or not walking away, as I was driving away in the truck, I was kind of pulling out of the driveway, and at this point, I couldn't see anything to the house that would ever happened. And nothing ever happened, really. I couldn't see anything except for, the roof being gone, but I couldn't barely even see that. Oh boy. So, driving away in the truck, and this huge lightning just flashes and lights up the entire sky. Lights up everything for about 2 whole seconds. 1, 2. I saw everything. And it all was so clear and so terrifying at the same time. Because my house that I lived at for the longest time, my entire life, was just demolished and destroyed. And everything around it, you know, like playground, the swing sets, whatever it was, the trees and climbing trees, and just everything was gone. I couldn't even sleep that night. It was terrifying. And yeah, it was a experience that I will never forget, and hopefully you guys never have to experience. It was very scary. I'm sorry. This is going on a little longer. 12 minutes, I'm sorry. But yeah, anyway, that is going to do for today's story time. Basically, in a nutshell, my house got hit with a tornado, and it was very traumatic, and I still remember to this day, and I'll probably never forget that story. But I'm glad I got to share with you guys, because I never really told anybody about it. I told a couple people about it when they asked me, but that's about it. And it actually happened on Groundhog Day. So, I can't really tell you the name of my town, because that's personal information, but we actually have it labeled as the Groundhog Day tornado. It's actually, you know, it was in the news, it was in the paper, and so yeah, that's why I kind of made the little joke at the beginning, the Groundhog Day. But yeah, anyway guys, that is going to do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. I know it was more serious, because this is a thing that actually happened, and it was pretty intense for me. But anyway, I hope you guys did find some enjoyment out of this video nonetheless. And yeah, thank you so much for watching the video. Let me know if you guys are still enjoying these story times, because I'm very much so enjoying these story times quite a bit, just where I can just chill and talk to you felines about things that's happened and situations and whatnot. So anyway, thank you so much for watching my videos, guys. It means a lot to me. And currently I'm at the same location where my old house was, actually, and we just built up a new one. And yeah, we've been here ever since for about 10 years. So it's great, beautiful, and fantastic. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. My name's MCIK. Subscribe today to join the Feline Pack. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, it means so much to me. It means the world to me that you guys watch my videos. Thanks for watching once again. God damn, I say it too much. I'm sorry. Have an awesome day. Stay sexy. Stay amazing. And don't stop being yourself. Anyway, have an awesome day, and